Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonfire Tarot. When I first got this deck, I said it wrong a lot. I kept calling it Bonfire Tarot. It's the Bonfire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. There is a website. My brain is going to find it in a second. I think it's schifferbooks.com. If you freeze frame, it's over to, I believe it's going to be to your right. Could be wrong. Schiffer Books. Yep. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to. Supportive Oracle cards. I'm addicted to this deck. Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. It's a Hay House product. It's at the bottom there. If you freeze frame, you'll find the website if you're interested. What do we have for Pisces? This deck is very colorful. I love it. All right. All right. Conflict that's leading to healing. What level is this conflict? It could be just verbal, just to be fair. It could be just verbal. Either you have said something, you want to say something, or you're about to say something. And it might be in just like participating in a conversation. You might not initiate it. I get the Ace of Swords here, but you got the King of Swords coming at you on the side here. Somebody might be empowering you. Fair warning, cat's above me on the fridge. He might jump down. Fair warning. You're being empowered. I get that. It's something that, like, I feel like it's not something normally you would say, but it's kind of like, I need to say something. And it may be even one of those things where I really want to say something, but I keep telling myself I'm not going to do it, yet it's coming. I feel you're going to participate in a conversation. You may not start it. It's possible. But you're going to say something is what I'm trying to get at. You're going to say something. If you haven't already, you will soon. I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be like, you know you want to say something, but you're like, I'm not going to say anything. And then there it goes. What is... Okay. Like, you got the Page of Cups in your past. And I feel like I've tried to stay out of whatever this for the longest time. I didn't feel like it was my ball of wax. You got the Strength card half in, half out. You got the Five of Cups half in, half out. Didn't really like it. Wasn't the worst thing. Didn't feel like I really could change anything there. Wasn't really sure it was even my business to change, but definitely didn't feel empowered to do anything about it. Maybe this is why you stayed out of it, thinking, I could say my piece, but what good does it do other than, you know, aim some negativity towards me? And why would I want that if it's not going to lead to anything good? Why do that to myself? At the same time, though, something is kind of bugging you. It's kind of like eating at you a little bit. In the past, I feel like this situation you haven't felt very empowered with. The moment when it comes forward very quick. Again, I keep feeling like I'm not expecting to say something, but you're gonna. If you haven't already, I feel like you're gonna. It might just be as in a retort, like somebody asks you something point blank and you just, whoosh, there goes your answer, there goes your truth. Boom, right out your mouth. Boom. I'm getting success with this in the sense of like the initial or the base message does need to come out. How you say it, I don't know. It depends. Like, it's a general read. How you say it, that depends on you. I can't guarantee the way it's being said is the best way, but I am feeling like something needs to be said, and you are saying something. If it builds up too much, for some of you, it may build up and then come out very raw or kind of brutal. And I feel like for the person you're saying this to, it might be one of those things where typically you're very easy to get along with for them. And then when you kind of get them with this moment, I feel like you might kind of like shock them. Like, what did Pisces just say? It's something that you have to say what you have to say. The subject has to come forward. I do feel like it doesn't have to come forward. Or it doesn't have to come forward in a brutal sense. I'm saying this as a Pisces. What I've learned is like I know what that feeling's like now at 48, about time. When it's like I know I'm gonna say something even though I keep trying to choke it down, and the more I choke it down, the more brutal it is when it comes out. So if I make peace with that beforehand and just accept I have to say something, I usually have more control about how it's said. It usually goes better that way if I just accept it, like, all right, I know I'm going to say something, so let me just say it and move on with my life. Versus like convincing myself I'm not going to say anything and then poof, there it goes. It's happened a few times in my life, actually. I keep getting it, you don't want to. I feel like I don't want to. I don't feel like this is something I need to deal with, or I don't feel effective. The King of Cups and that page of Wands, it just kind of comes off, I don't know. I feel like I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but I might. It does feel like it could easily come across very brutal. Might be taken the wrong way. Is that fire again? No, that's swords? No. Number 2 is earth. Fire, earth, water. No, fire, earth, air, water. So yeah, earth. My brain is not there at the moment. Page of earth. Whatever you say, I'm also getting, people might not be able to forget it. So I feel like this is going to be one of those impact moments where you maybe don't say a lot, but whatever it is makes a huge impact. There's going to be a ripple effect after this. You have a strong moment coming in. I feel you coming in as the King of Cups. I'm getting a lot of Pentacle energy. It's just on the dice, but I've been ever since I saw that card. Even though it's Wands, I want to call it Pentacles. I keep feeling Pentacle energy, so I feel like they're warning you that whatever is said here is going to have a lasting effect. This is going to be one of those things where people can't forget what you've said. This might be the moment where you disengage with, or this might be the beginning of a disengagement. For example, if this is a friend, this might be the first moment where things start to fall apart and this friendship might be ending. Or whatever connection this is with a person, this might be the beginning of like the disconnect, the walking away, the parting of ways. Is that right? Magician and the 4 of Fire reversed. The 4 of Wands right side up is a bond. The reverse is a release of a bond. Somebody's going to disconnect after this. It could be you. That's a hiccup, which means it's rough energy. That 8 of Cups is moving on to something else. I also feel like there's a peaceful parting of ways, so this is kind of like an option. You can either let this happen. If you're going to say your piece, say it within the first week of whatever you say. So if for some reason you want to heal this, make sure you're understood within the first week. First day or 2 is even better. Otherwise, I feel like the further this goes, the more it's just going to start disconnecting. There's going to be a parting of ways, is what I'm getting. It can just go quietly. If you're okay with it and you don't want to stop it, you don't have to let your feelings be known after this. It'll just naturally happen very peacefully. But if you've decided you don't want that to happen with this person, first couple days is the best, but within the first week should maybe make a difference. Say your piece and explain and try to talk out what happened and why you said what you said and see if you can correct it there. I do feel like other people are backing you up. That's good. Is that really happening, though? Let's be sure. Yeah, other people don't like what's going on with the situation, and I feel like other people aren't letting it go. Whatever you say, people believe that you meant what you said. So when I say backing it up, I think that's why it feels awkward to me. Kind of like, well, you said what you meant, Pisces, and we know you meant it, so you don't have to back down from it. You definitely meant that. I keep getting that type of backup. So it makes me feel like, all right, if you want to let it go, I feel like people aren't letting you let it go. I think whatever this situation is, I think it's done. I feel like it's kind of coming to its closure. I had a friendship like that. Like, I seen it coming. The last 6 months especially, I knew it was coming. And then it just hit a moment where it just got out of control and I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I said my piece, and that was it. And that was it. I actually did try to fix it. And halfway through trying to fix it, I realized that I shouldn't be fixing it, and I let it go. This is the Five of Swords. For me, this is the Fruitless Win. On this card, it looks more like a conflict card. Even though you got the Five of Wands, is typically the conflict card. You got both of them here. You can try to get this situation to continue on. You might be able to put it on life support for a few months, but I'm getting that it's time for this situation to go. This has to leave your life so something else can come in. It probably won't come in the same day, so it's like, for example, if this happens in June, the next thing coming in might not come in until August. But it's not that far away is the point. They're saying if you want to, you can hold on to this, but like if there's something else waiting to come in August, you might delay that as well. So for example, if this is supposed to end in June and you hold on to it and keep it going till August, maybe September, even October, that pushes back what's supposed to come in for you. And that won't come in who knows when. Like if you let this go when it's supposed to, I feel like it comes in August without much of an issue. Otherwise, it may be next year before the next phase that you're, like whatever's leaving is leaving an opening for something new to come in. This has to leave so something new can come in. And I get whatever this connection is, you may not see it right now is what I'm getting with the imagination, but it's better to let it go. There's things you're going to realize when this is gone where this didn't really match or this wasn't really the best thing for you anyway. Doesn't mean anybody's a bad person, but maybe this connection just wasn't the best connection for you anyway. I get that at the end though, that like something has to leave so new can come in. Like the old has to be removed so something new can come in. It's not going to come in on the same day, you know what I mean, or on the same month, but it might be 2-3 months later, something else is going to show up and kind of fill the void of what left. So I feel like that's one of the reasons they're kind of giving you this reading, kind of saying it might hurt, you may not like it, it may feel sad when this is moving on, but they're like, this has to move on so something different can come in. You got new things coming into your life, new experiences, new explorations. So it's kind of like, let this go. The advice is to let it go peacefully, but you got to do what you got to do. And that way when this is gone, it'll leave an opening for something new to come in and create a whole new experience for you. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.